Alright, we're gonna continue now with the next level, Sacred Icon. We're gonna spawn with a carabine and a plasma pistol. We're gonna exchange our plasma pistol for these plasma rifles. We wanna start shooting here. We're gonna drop down our plasma rifle and we want to bring this ground with us. We're gonna smack him. So be careful here because this can happen. We want to make sure the ground is going down with us so we can use him to get shields. Now, most of the times we're gonna get these little flying things. They're gonna open the door and we're gonna smack them. As soon as we see they are trying to open that thing, we want to smack them. If they are moving, we can still smack them, but it's just trickier because they're gonna be moving. So, yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to smack these things for our first layer of overshields. And we're gonna smack this ground to get a second layer of overshields. So right now I should have full overshields. Gonna pick up my plasma rifle again and I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot both to get here. And here we're gonna start running. Um, we're going to cloak about here, but before we cloak, we have to shoot here. We cloak and we gotta start running here. Like, we don't want to lose our shields. If we get shot a little, it's fine. We're gonna wait here a few seconds. That sentinel is gonna spawn, but it's gonna go wait. Shoot some grunties that are there. We're just gonna take the left side as I'm going here. But yeah, we don't want to get shot, or not much at least, because we're gonna need our shields for later in the level. When we're here, we're gonna cloak around here. We're gonna jump here on the right. And we want to shoot these things. We're gonna take the right side to avoid damage. Then we're gonna drop down. We're gonna take this path here. This point is really easy. Again, if we get shot, it's fine. Just try not to get shot that much because shields are gonna be important for the next section. As soon as we get here, we're gonna start shooting these pillars here to get them to go up. Then we're gonna drop down here and we're gonna shoot from here. So there are 4 pillars that we have to shoot, right? As we're down here, we can shoot them all, right? Like, we're in a safe spot here. And once we shoot all of them, we're gonna get the bottom. So we're gonna go back on top, but we're gonna cloak. We're gonna press the button. We're gonna go back below here. And what that's gonna cause is that all the sentinels are gonna blow up, so we don't have to fight them. Now, something important here, if possible, because this is random, we want to look for a beam rifle here, or a laser beam. I don't remember what they are called, so if we're lucky, we can get one. In this case, I had to go back on top to get one, but if you don't have one beam rifle or laser beam, it's fine. We can still make it with the carbine that we spawn with. We should have full ammo. Now, there are 2 ways to do this part. At this point, we should be getting a checkpoint. Now, the way I usually do it is I destroy the enforcer, like the big sentinel with shields. We have to aim for like the pincers, like kind of the legs that they have. And then try to stick plasma grenades, right? If we want to fight and destroy it, the enforcer. I usually don't do that. I usually do that because it's faster. But if you don't want to do that, you don't really need to fight the enforcer. We can just hide and wait for the next door to open. If we kill the enforcer, the doors are gonna open faster. Now, I'm gonna show you both ways. So I'm gonna give myself a checkpoint here. Remember, I'm using a tool, so I can do that. So I just gave my checkpoint there. I'm gonna start shooting like somewhere there. Try to aim for like the little legs or pincers, whatever they are called. So we keep shooting. That's like a weak part of the enforcer. Try to find an angle where we can stick him. Like there. So keep shooting and sticking nades. If we take too long, some flood are gonna spawn. So that's why it's gonna be up to you if you want to fight it. So in the case that you don't want to fight the enforcer, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come here and we're gonna head glitch. We're just gonna um, stand looking down, like on the right side. Let me cloak to show you again. Here we can head glitch here on this side, or we can jump and head glitch here. Like we just stand still looking down, and eventually these doors are gonna open, right? It's just gonna take some minutes, but again, like I said, I usually don't do that. Like I just fight the enforcer. So yeah, like there, as soon as we shoot it, the doors are gonna open. So if we do this, we're gonna come here, we're gonna cloak, we're gonna wait here, we're gonna wait for our camo to reload. Remember, we get a sound of our camo when it's reloaded. So yeah, we're gonna wait for it to reload, then we're gonna cloak, we're gonna jump, we're gonna take the right side here, and we're gonna shoot this thing again. At this point, we can get a checkpoint here, or sometimes dropping down here can also give us a checkpoint here. So we're gonna wait here for those flood to start pushing. We're gonna cloak and we're gonna start running. We don't want to fight these combat forms. We also don't want to lose shields here. So what we really want to do for the next section is we want to make sure that we have some shields. So we can melee this popcorn to get some shields back. We want to make sure that we have some overshields. I know it's hard to tell if we have regular or overshields. So yeah, I recommend you checking that before going to the next section, right? In this case, I wasn't beeping, so for me, just to smack one infection form should be enough to get some overshields. Even with regular shields, like if we have regular shields, we should still make it here. So when we get here, like somewhere here, we're gonna get the checkpoint. That thing is gonna go up. So right now we should be in a safe spot where we can force the checkpoint. Now, this is important. We don't want to go further than, let's say, somewhere here. All right, like we don't want to go further than this. We're gonna pick up the fragnates here, like there, but we don't want to go any further than this because there is a trigger. We're gonna do a different nade jump here from that Halo completionist does. We're gonna try to get in there. You can try to do it there. I usually do it here. You have to find the spot that you feel more comfortable with. So in my case, I'm gonna do it here. Gonna throw the nade, turn around, and jump. All right. This is how you want to do it. Now, if you don't get the nade jump first try, like for example, let's say I try to do it, and if I get the dialogue, if I get that dialogue, I want to immediately save and quit to load up my previous checkpoint. I don't want to hit that dialogue. Because if I hit that dialogue, that means I hit the trigger and I'm gonna get enemies ahead. Alright? So we don't want to hit that dialogue. And we don't want to get a checkpoint. Alright? As soon as we see that we hit the dialogue and we didn't make it there, revert your checkpoint. Okay? Don't keep going because you're gonna get a checkpoint and it's gonna be harder. So in this case, yeah, I did that little demonstration of what can happen. So we're gonna go again, jump, go forward. I didn't get it. It's fine. I'm gonna revert my checkpoint. I don't want to get a checkpoint after that dialogue triggers. So nade, turn around, go forward, jump. I didn't hit the dialogue. I made it on top. So we're just gonna keep walking forward. And as you're gonna see here, I don't have any enemies, right? You cannot go back because you're gonna hit the trigger. So it's important here that you start getting some fragnates that are on the ground. There are some more fragnates here. We're gonna use these fragnates for later, so it's very important that you pick them up. We're gonna shoot whatever gun we have here. We're gonna pick up this beam, laser beam here. Then we're gonna drop down. We're gonna take the right side here. We're not gonna fight anything here. We're gonna jump here. We're gonna cloak here and keep running. Okay, right now I'm cloaked, so that's why that flood didn't fight me or shoot me. Sometimes we can get a checkpoint here. Most of the times, I would say all the times, you're gonna get a always you're gonna get a checkpoint down here. So what I want to do here, I want to start running. I'm gonna cloak like here, like as I'm about to touch this little post, right? So run, cloak, and I want to jump on top of these boxes here. So that can also happen. Like they can also sometimes bump into the boxes and they can fuck it up for you. It's fine. That's RNG. That can happen, but eventually you'll get it. So keep running here, jump. That guy is on my way right now, so maybe I need to cloak earlier. It's gonna depend. So once we're here, we can try to head glitch like here and wait for our camo to reload, but as you can see, sometimes they can still shoot. In my case, what I like to do is just keep running. So I cloak, keep running. I know this guy is coming here, so I'm gonna wait a little. Keep running here. There's gonna be some flood here, so we're gonna jump. And this is RNG whether you can survive this or not. So just keep going here. Once you're here, when you're here, you can get another checkpoint. We're gonna take the left side. There's a flood, a carrier farm there. We're gonna cloak somewhere here. Let me do it again. So I jump on the right. I'm gonna cloak somewhere here. I'm gonna jump and crouch here. And then keep running. At this point, if you don't have shields, you can use the sentinel. Just give it like 1 or 2 seconds to start going forward, because sometimes that can happen, that even if you are hitting the back, it's not gonna blow up. It's fine. We can get these infection forms that we can use for shields, but if you are out of shields, I don't recommend you trying. All right, it's gonna depend. If you need shields desperately, it's fine. Just keep going. There's another spot where we can get our shields back. So just keep going. Once we're here, we're gonna find these flood corpses that we're gonna use to get shields. So remember, jump and melee, jump and melee, jump melee to make it faster. So if you need shields, you're gonna get regular and over shields here. So just keep smacking these things. In my case, I'm not beeping, so I should be fine. I don't want to pick up the sword. Actually, I want to keep my laser beam. There's another corpse here. There is another corpse here. So with these corpses, there are more here. With these corpses, you can guarantee you're gonna get fall over shields. So we want, at this point, we should bring the sentinel beam, the laser beam. So we're gonna drop down here. We want to stay in the middle because there is a platform where we want to land, and it's exactly in the middle. So should be right here. Now here we're gonna see where we are. Like that's the part where we need to go. So we're gonna crouch, walk forward, head glitch, and here you can force a checkpoint. All right. What we're gonna do, we're gonna drop down to the right. We're gonna start shooting this thing immediately. We're gonna cloak and we're gonna take the right side. We're gonna run here. We're gonna pick up the sword. Keep running. Like it's not worth fighting these sections. You may not get it first try. It's fine. There's some RNG. Like those are the tricky parts for this level. So from now we're just gonna drop down here. We're about to make it to the last section. At this point, we can get a checkpoint here, so we can wait, or we can trigger the chapter title, like there, and we can get a checkpoint here. What I like to do is I like to jump here on the right side. I cloak somewhere here. I keep running. I jump here. I jump here again. I jump here, and at this point, if we have enough shields, and we should, we're gonna use a nade. It can be a plasma or a frag nade. Just the timing is different. I prefer to use frag nades. So we're gonna jump and crouch. All right, we gotta jump after we jump, we crouch. We don't need to crouch and jump because we're not gonna make it. No. It's jump after the nade blows up, and then we crouch and we hold forward. And we're gonna make it up here. Now, this is the last section. Um, there's different ways to do this section. We can use Halo Completionist strat, which is basically moving these crates. That's why we brought the sword here. We want to put this crate here to block the path, so when we trigger this area, the enemies are not gonna rush to us. We can also, uh, like, to fight this section, there are different strats. Like, we can go and shoot from there, we can go back on top and shoot, like, for example, uh, you may want to practice this if you want to do it safely. We're gonna jump here. We're gonna jump, and then we jump and do a late crouch. We want to jump on this branch. Then on this other branch here. Hold on. So here, jump and late crouch. Then jump on this branch. Jump on this other branch. And this way, we can make it back on top and shoot the enemies from on top here. I usually don't do that. What I do is I come here, I trigger them. Like, we have to trigger this section. Don't forget about that. I usually don't fight these guys like right away. I trigger, I cloak, and I start running. I want to make it with my elites. So once I'm here, I start shooting the flood. If at this point we are missing shields, what we can do is get the elites out of the turrets, and we're gonna start smacking the turrets to get shields. Remember, jump and then melee makes these things faster, alright? Like, we can break these things faster. There. So, at this point, we have to trigger some dialogue with from this white elite, right? I'm gonna get this elite out of the turret, and I'm gonna smack it for some overshields. Here. Something we have to be careful here is with the infection forms. So the white elite here is immortal. Like, he can do the rest of the job for us. Like, right now I can just go hide. Like I said, we could go hide there. Or if we want to play it safer, we can go back on top. So here, and then here, and then here, and I can start shooting from here. The white elite is immortal, right? But we have to be careful with the carrier forms and the infection forms, the popcorn. Because if the elite doesn't have shields and the popcorn attack him, they're gonna send him flying to the sky, and sometimes he cannot make it back, right? So basically, this elite is gonna do the job for us here. If we want to play it safe, we may need to go down and get more ammo to keep shooting from distance. Also, like, we can shoot them to make them visible so the elite gets them. But eventually he will start smacking. Like, he will eventually react there. Like, he's trying to react. But if we shoot them, we're gonna make it easier for him to see them and start attacking. In my case, I don't like to do this. What I do is I'm just here with the elite fighting them, like shoot them to make them visible, pick up different guns so I don't run out of ammo. When we hear the flood screaming or yelling, whatever, that means we're fighting at an X-wave and we can get a checkpoint there. So I use a gun to make them visible, and then I finish them off with a sword. Now, the elite infection forms have some overshields, so they are trickier. Like, the marine flood form has no shields, so they are always gonna be one hit. But these guys here, we need to break their shields before we start going with the sword, alright? So Over here, if we're missing shields, we can use the popcorn. Like, the timing there is tricky, but it's not that hard. Something else that can happen here, like, if you don't, at some point you don't see more flood, sometimes they get stuck, alright? Like, sometimes they may be stuck here or even here on the walls. So what I like to do, like, uh, nothing else is happening, is I come to these holes and I start throwing nades, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes they can get stuck when trying to make it on top. Another thing that can happen is that sometimes that flood stays there. So yeah, we have to kill like everything here. Like, we have to fight all the waves before the mission ends. So I don't see any flood stuck in there. I'm just trying to go around the map um, to see if there are more flood. But yeah, um, this is how I said. This is how I like to do this part. Is I fight here with my elite, but you don't need to do this. Like, you can perfectly stay on top and wait for the elite to kill the flood. Just remember, the popcorn can be dangerous for the white elite. I don't know exactly how many waves we have to fight here. I think it's like 6 or 7 waves that we have to fight before the Phantom arrives. Like, when the Phantom arrives, it triggers the end. So yeah, um, you will decide how to fight this section. And there we go. When the Phantom comes, that means it's the end. If the end doesn't trigger, like right now, look over the map. There might be one more infection form, one more combat form somewhere there. So yeah, that's it. Sacred Icon, like I said, um, 70% of the level, it's like just running past the enemies. Some tricky sections there, but shouldn't be that bad. So I'll see you in the next level, the level that is considered the hardest lasso ever. But I'm gonna show you different strats, and good news, we can also overload Grave Mine. So should be free. I'll see you then, so good luck with your runs.